Hello and welcome to Cloud Stories, a podcast exploring the accounting and business apps community. I'm your host Heather Smith, and today I bring you some huge news from the Xero ecosystem that I and many people have been waiting to hear for over 8 years. So I'll bring you a short interview, and afterwards I'll read an extract from the media release that came out literally a few minutes ago. Last week I attended Accountex in Sydney, and I've been trying to coordinate an interview with Sara Goepel, our Chief Product Officer at Karbon, for many years, and as serendipity would have it, our paths crossed and she hinted at some huge news. Can you guess what it is? Hello Sarah, welcome to the Cloud Stories podcast.
Thank you, Heather. I'm glad to be here.
I am so delighted to have you here. So for our listeners, can you tell them who you are and where you're from?
I am Sara Goepel, and I am Chief Product Officer at Karbon.
Wow, so excited to have you here.
It's been a while. We've been trying to catch up for a very long time.
It absolutely has, and you're one of the originals from the cloud community. Can I ask you just really briefly give us a bit of background of your life in this community?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started working with accountants in the cloud at Xero in 2007, back in Wellington. So Xero was not even a year old, and I was hired as one of their first product managers to work with the team there, and I spent 7 years at Xero. Working on a suite of products, all the way from some of their back office tools, all the way to MyXero, Green MyXero, the accounting tools. All of those were mine back in the day.
There's a little video of you and Craig Walker that something like Sarah likes Craig Walker's coding that pops up in my feed every few weeks from the olden days.
I'm absolutely terrified about that video. I'm glad I've not seen it, but maybe you could send it to me so I can look at it. Wow.
Can I ask you, as Chief Product Officer, can you give me a bit about what you do at Karbon?
In my role? Absolutely. So I work with the product team, essentially, so the product designers, the product managers, and the engineering team, and set out the strategy and the roadmap for our product.
So if we have a young person listening today, what qualifications or courses would you suggest they adopt to move into that sort of role?
Well, product management is a little bit different than design, so I'll talk about product management. I mean, it's one of those new careers, I would say, especially in the SaaS space. It's only really come about in the last 10, 15 years. And I think that you can come from a variety of backgrounds. It really depends. There's a lot of soft skills you need. You need to be able to work with people, understand, negotiate, influence. Also, you could have some experience building. You could come from a design or an engineering background. It really depends, or even an accounting background. I think that if you have a curious mind, you're interested in creating, you understand the business side as well as the customer side, product management could be for you.
Yeah. Tracy Newman has just sold her practice and has joined A2X as their product officer.
There you go. There you
and
go.
And we're like going, oh, she's an accountant. She can
absolutely.
Make that leap.
I don't think there's any barriers to who can be a product manager. It's a mix between hard and soft skills.
Excellent. So we've spoken to Jared about what Karbon does, but is there anything about what inspired you to start with Karbon and bring that solution to the market?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started with Karbon at the beginning in 2014, and I think we identified that there was a need for a tool like Karbon, a product like Karbon in the industry. And it's been really exciting over the last 8 years working on it and being able to start something from scratch, be able to look at the needs of the modern accounting bookkeeping firm today and figure out the best way that we can solve for those and take away those pains.
So we hopefully have some extraordinarily exciting news from you, which possibly is the biggest news in the last 6 months or 12 months. Can you share with us?
I think Jared has given a little...
No, he hasn't. He didn't tell me. He didn't tell me.
No, I mean, we are working on an integration with Xero, and that is as much as I can say right now. But it is very exciting, very, very exciting, and we're all very happy to be doing it.
Well, my forums blew up when I put the poster in that love is in the air with the image of the Karbon and the Xero logo. So I'm sure a lot of people will be excited about that.
Yes.
I know a lot of people are passionate Karbon users, and that's sort of it's interesting that they're prepared to take it on, even though it didn't have the integration, but they integrated elsewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And we thank those customers. We thank those passionate Karbon customers for being on that journey with us.
Yeah, you do actually have a really great community for a practice management solution, don't you?
We have the best customers in the world, and I tell people that all the time. So when I'm in product management forums or talking to other people who work in my field opposed to my industry, I am constantly reminded and blown away by how great our customers are, how generous they are with their time, with their ideas. We wouldn't be able to be where we are today if they weren't the ones telling us their pain points, helping us build the best solutions for them.
Yeah, and I think the customer passion is because there's active listening happening. So credit to you and credit to your team, because people say they want stuff and it seems to be built pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we do. We have had a very rigorous release cycle. We do release new product every 3 weeks, and we've been doing that since the beginning of Karbon's time.
Yeah, I guess that's the online world, isn't it? That you're just constantly releasing, and so if a conference rolls around, there's not necessarily a big announcement to make. So, are there any big things that have been released that people need to know about, or are there any additional releases happening in 2023 that you're excited about?
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the stuff that's coming up, and that's in beta right now. We've got our billing solution, so the ability to raise invoices in Karbon and send them to your customers. You're able to do time billing, so if you're doing time sheets with write-ons and write-offs, you're able to do all of that and report on your WIP. We're also building our payment solution, so you'll be able to collect payments from your customers. Our customers will be able to collect payments from their clients and be able to manage all of that within Karbon with the work. We're also going to be releasing later in the year reoccurring billing or subscription billing, so we know that's a way that a lot of customers bill. So today we've got time billing and fixed fee. We're going to be moving into that third way fee method later this year, which is pretty exciting. We're also working on shared inbox, shared triage. So triage is one of our pillar pieces of functionality.
I think I learned about triage from Karbon. It's
yes,
like,
absolutely. So one email workflow that we support in a roundabout way, but we're going to support in a straightforward way, is the ability for users to share an inbox. And they'll be able to manage that together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, and the triage system, once you understand it, I remember I had Sally Schmidt keep explaining it to me. Yes. Once you understand it, you get it. And I know people have said to me that they kind of went from inbox nightmare to inbox nothing.
Yes, absolutely. It's all about managing that inflow of notifications and communications, and then putting it to the side and being able to do your deep work.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are you looking forward to, just sort of on a personal business level in 2023?
You know what, I think it's going to be a good year. It already feels like it's a great year. We've started really well. I feel like we're still talking about it, but COVID's behind us. We're back in the office. We're back collaborating together. We're out of our houses, and I think that momentum and energy is really exciting. At Karbon, I'm very excited. We've got an incredible team. We were able to grow the team last year through additional Series B raise that we did, and that's allowed us to set up multiple streams of development. Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of really exciting things. And that's my favorite thing, is shipping. My favorite thing is shipping new features. Okay. My favorite thing is hearing the customer feedback, adjusting and evolving it. And so you're going to see a lot of that coming from Karbon this year.
That's fantastic. It's really great. You've always looked like you've loved your role, and you've also looked like a lone female in that area. There's hardly any product officers out there, and there was Anna Curzon, and now I'm Tracy, and it was like you, and it's like, but you've done a great job of it, and been quite an inspiration out there.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I love my job. Yeah. I absolutely love my job, and I'm very excited to be doing it and working with accountants and with our team.
You've carved a niche for yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being on the podcast. Now, how can people get in contact with you or with Karbon?
Come to me, Sara, SARA at karbonhq.com. I'd love to hear from you. Send me a note.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Well, I have the press release in front of me, and it is, if you didn't get from what Sarah was saying there, Karbon has become a Xero app partner, and the integration will launch in April 2023. So the press release is dated today, March 28th, 2023. Karbon, the accounting practice management software used by over 3,000 firms, today announced that it has been certified as a Xero app partner. Welcome to the Xero marketplace, Karbon. The announcement comes ahead of an integration between Karbon and Xero Practice Manager, which will be released in April. Managing Director APAC at Karbon, Sara Goepel, lauded the news as a big win for Xero and Karbon's joint customers. At Karbon, we're committed to an open ecosystem, said Baker. We believe that the accounting firms should be able to select the right technology for their needs, and whatever they choose should integrate with the rest of their tech stack. Xero is a platform and company that we have a lot of admiration for. In many ways, Xero has transformed the accounting industry and helped support and amplify the growth of many great firms. We are delighted to bringing together our top-rated accounting practice management solution with one of the world's preeminent accounting solutions. Everybody wins. The much-anticipated integration between Xero Practice Manager and Karbon will automatically synchronize contact data between both systems. Joint Xero and Karbon customers will be able to maintain accuracy across their new and existing clients and contact records without the need for manual updates. The Karbon product engineering team is working tirelessly to deliver an incredibly exciting roadmap for our customers. With product updates released every few weeks, our rate of development is unmatched. Karbon is future-proofing practice management for the accounting profession, says Jared Baker. So, what do you think? That's quite exciting news. So I'll leave it there, but I'm sure many people will be very excited to hear that. Thank you for listening to the Cloud Stories podcast. And if you're listening for the first time, please remember to subscribe, find it, subscribe to it, and look forward to future episodes.